Braves itself. But first, let's of course start in spring training. So we got a Mike Soroka update, which is always a good thing to hear. It's the first time we've really directly heard about that Achilles tendon injury in a while. Soroka basically had an interview today alongside Snicker, and he said that he'd been encouraged by Kevin Durant's successful return from practically the same injury earlier this year. And he was quoted as saying it might have taken Durant that extra couple of months, but it's all worth it. I need to be strong enough to sprint off the mound if we need to, and it's been a process. So what that tells me, and I didn't really get a chance to watch this interview, but what that tells me is Soroka, obviously he's been throwing, we all know that. I think he's already at a point where he could pitch, but I really think the Braves are going to wait it out. They're going to make sure he's 100%. They're going to test everything and make sure he's indestructible, because we all know how much of a hit the Braves took last year. You could argue that had the Braves had Soroka in the NLCS last year, they would have gone to a World Series, and who knows what happens at that point. So, obviously he was a big hit. We don't want to lose him again. And really just for the continued success, his future career, you don't want to risk another Achilles injury. So, I think this is a process that has no reason to be rushed. It's not like you're in a rush in a 60-game season again. You have a 162-game season. You got plenty of time to adjust. And I don't think the Braves are really in a bad spot here. So I don't see a reason to rush it. But I will tell you this, as a fan of Mike Soroka, as a guy that's met him, this was nice to see today. Of course, Braves came out with spring training photos today, and this was just one of them, and I really thought it was something that you guys would like to see, and I think it's a good sign going forward that Mike Soroka will be back, and